Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is RJ. So today we're dropping into Bitcoin Mania, and after months of using this site, I'm going to be looking at whether it's a scam or not and giving you my final verdict at the end. So keep watching. Okay, and welcome to another video. And remember, if this is your first time visiting my channel and you want to learn more about how to earn cryptocurrency for free, about cloud mining sites, crypto investments, and lots of other crypto related stuff, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to tag that notification bell so you're alerted to all my latest content as it comes online. Okay, so as you can see, we are here at Bitcoin Mania. We're going to drop into my account and then we're basically just going to go through some things and I'm going to give you my opinion on them, and then obviously at the end of it we're going to come to a conclusion. So I have to admit, I'm doing this video a little earlier than I thought I would do, but certain things have come to light which basically I feel that this video needs to be out there now. So as we know, for those of you that have used Bitcoin Mania for probably just as long as I have, if not longer, we all know that one of the biggest problems with this website is the requirement to need electricity. As it shows up here, we have 58,627 electricity there, and then if we go into the game club, we have 820 built up out of the 5,000 that I'm waiting for. Now, like I said, it is a requirement to have that electricity to make withdrawals, and obviously at the end of the day, you know, making withdrawals is the point of using these sites. Now, I think that Bitcoin Mania, the owners and developers, realized that this was going to be a major sticking point. And even though many other sites have electricity sort of thrown in there, because in the real world, electricity is part of cloud mining sites, most of them use it in the sense of like Rollercoin. At one point, it was a case of you just logged in, clicked a button, and the point of that was just to make sure that people were logging in regularly. You know, obviously, because of that, the site's gonna get a bit of advertising revenue because obviously ads are gonna pop up every time someone logs in. But like I say, the main thing was so people weren't leaving it for months and months and months before they logged in again, you know, and other sites use it in this way as well. But Bitcoin Mania have used it in the sense of that if you don't have it, it's not like if you don't have it, your miners stop running, like again, most other sites. If you don't have it, you cannot make withdrawals. Now, because they've used it in this way, and I'm sure probably at the very beginning and even right up to date, everybody is complaining about this, but they don't want to have to let it go. But what they realized is if they could convince all the members that they were doing or making the most effort possible to essentially get that out of the site, you know, they were sort of looking at alternatives. They were trying to, you know, put across that, look, you know, right now this is something we need to have, but we are looking at things in the future to completely get rid of electricity. They realized if they could convince us of that people would continue to use the site, can possibly continue to invest. So this is what they've done. They set out this ploy to convince us that they're trying to get rid of it. Now, if we look here, this is a post that they posted on the 18th of the 2nd this year. And it says, friends, it says new USDC partner withdraws without electricity, right? That's all we need to look. USDC partner withdraws without electricity. Now, if we go into the news section, scroll down, and then what we're looking we're going to be looking way into the past on this, right? The reason why I am deliberately doing this is because I want you to see that I am using their site and showing you the posts that have actually been put on their site. Because obviously I've just shown you that one flash up on the screen, and I could have shown you all of these like that, but you're guaranteed someone's going to say they're fake posts. I've put them up there and they're fake posts. So that's why I'm showing you actually on the site. So here we go. So if we go to 21, scroll down, dash partnership. Here we go. And then it says here, blah, 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 blah. Conclusions. Now, the word conclusions, I've come to the conclusion that they use that word meaning withdrawals. So it says here, conclusions or withdrawals are available without energy or electricity. Yeah. So that's another one there. Yep. Here, partnership, BNB, conclusions are available without energy. Again, withdrawals without energy. Now, that's USDC, that's BNB, that's Dash. We also had it with TRX for a short time. We had it with Sol for a short time. Every one of these posts were the same. We've partnered with someone, and now we can give you these withdrawals with no electricity. And then also as well, within that, there is a advert for miners. So this is go and invest, buy miners for BNB or USDC or all those other coins that we've told that you can get without electricity. Go and get them miners, which obviously that means investment into the site. And now you can mine that and you don't need to pay electricity. So yeah, but what happened? Every single time another post would come out somewhere shortly after, oh, the partnership has gone wrong. You know, they've pulled out, or they don't, you know, something else has happened. Unfortunately, now we've got to charge you electricity for these coins. And what is that? Is that the time between the post that we're looking at now, announcing the partnership, and the time when they announce the partnership has failed? Is that a standard time? No. And I'll tell you why. Because what they do is they wait until the sales of miners have dropped to a point, and they're going, right, okay, no one's going to buy any more miners now. So what we'll do, we'll now announce it. Now we've drained as much money out of our members as possible. We are going to announce that unfortunately that partnership has failed. So you're going to have to pay electricity on that. But the initial idea of trying to convince us that they're doing everything they can to get electricity off the site so you don't have to do it, that's still there. That is still there. That you know, every time they do this, it's like, you know, people go, oh look, you know, they're really trying to get these partnerships and trying to do these things to make sure that we don't have to pay electricity, you know, and that is the plan. That is their plan. The thing. And then obviously what happened with this, and the reason why you don't see these posts anymore, because every coin that came in, we used to get these, now you don't see them, is basically because people have caught on. People have started to realize, well, they do this every time. They do this every time. So when they brought in new coins after this point, after the USDC one, which that might have actually been the last one. But anyway, I'm not sure. I think they have had another coin since that. But they've not done it. And I think it's because people have caught on, like I say, and therefore it's like, okay, right, we've taken advantage of this as much as we can. We're going to have to come up with something else. So what was the other thing? The next thing that they came up with which was Dark Mania, which is Bitcoin Mania's essentially sister program, even though it's on the same site. It's not a different site, it's the same site, but apparently it's a different server according to them. And then we get this. It says here, Dark Mania test run. And then as it scrolls down here, if we read blah, 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 it says, what is Dark Mania? This is a completely new plot of the game, which it isn't. It's the exact same game. All they've done is change the graphics, which the project team is launching based on previous experience. Dark Mania is about new 18 plus sponsors, which essentially, I think in Dark Mania, we've got 5 coins or 4 coins. Not one of them has ever had this whole thing with the partnership or sponsor to say that there's not going to be any electricity on it. But it says testing a new plot before listing testing a new plot before listing BNB, the ability to reduce the negative impact of energy on the game. Again, making us believe they're trying to do something or get rid of electricity. There was a post on Discord, which I believe Winnie1 picked up, where they actually said, we are looking to basically completely get rid of electricity. Completely get rid of it. And then obviously at the bottom, again, 13% discount on all miners, 72 hours, hurry up. You know, again, it's always a push to sell. They never just put these posts up or send you these messages without any kind of sale in it. I don't think I've ever seen one. There's always been some kind of sale in there to try and entice more people to invest, because on the belief that if we invest now, that's going to be a great time, because you know, they're going to be removing electricity, or they're going to try and do something to reduce the amount of electricity, which will make withdrawals a lot easier, blah, 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 blah. Get in now, get your miners while they're cheap, and take advantage of this, what is happening now. And this is what they do all the time. And like I say, everything is about trying to convince us that they're trying to get rid of the electricity. But in fact, they're not. They're not trying to get rid of the electricity. So the next post, obviously this was on the 3rd of the 3rd, 23. So the next post here, this is on the 11th of the 7th, 23. So 4 months later, right? Friends, the conclusions, which withdrawals have been successfully earned or paid. Players receive payouts on time. Now for the good news, the game will no longer have major energy surges, halvings, because we do know they did remove the halvings, which I praised them for, because that was another thing that was ridiculous, that you were buying a miner, being told it will earn you this amount of coins, and then somewhere down the line, oh, we're having a halving on Doge, and then all of your Doge miners just suddenly started earning less because of this halving. So they did get rid of that, and I did praise them for that. But like I say, the game will no longer have any major energy surges. Right. So that is pretty much, I mean, only last month we had this. Only last month this was posted, right? So now this is a post from the 21st. So this is yesterday. So 21st of 8th, 23. So 23rd of August, 2023. So yesterday, like I say, friends, once again, withdrawals have been sent out, blah, blah, blah. Now for the good news. Now this is what makes me laugh, because this is not good news. This is not good news at all. So remember the previous one, no major energy surges. Second one, the rate of energy was lowered temporarily and will only grow further. So what they're saying is it was lowered. We lowered it due to, I can't even remember. It was something to do with people they'd played the system, or they were using scripts or something, and were actually earning more energy than they should have been. So what they did was, so according to them, to put the game back into balance, they dropped the amount of energy, right? But they'd already put it up before that. So anyway, it says here, energy was low temporarily and will only further grow. So basically, it's on its way back up, or but the flat funds of blah 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 blah. So they've removed Kiwi as a withdrawal system, and then it's going. So the game will become even more stable. Personally, I don't even get why they use that. It's not like it's unstable. It basically works as it works. There's no sort of up and down or anything like that, apart from this whole thing with energy and electricity. And then he says that new updates are a real revolution in Bitcoin Mania. How many times have we heard that? It's like all the promises that came with BMT, when they were crowdfunding BMT, and literally people bought hundreds. Some people were getting into the high hundreds, if not close to the thousands, on the BMT Bitcoin Mania token when they were crowdfunding, saying all these great updates were going to come, and if you had BMT, how you would benefit from it. Again, we never saw any of that. It's just them giving us a load of flannel and people basically buying it and investing. And it says here, so a global opening, a global advertising platform. Why, I don't know. We will attract many new sponsors. Announcements will be in blah, 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 blah. Stay tuned. Again, hurry up. Don't forget to buy your miners. Again, these posts, if they didn't constantly have these buy your miners after, I think that would even be more believable. But the thing is that after every single post, it's buy a miner, buy your miners, go and get your miners, and all this stuff. And obviously, with the electricity and the coming of Dark Mania, BMT miners were seen as the savior. So obviously, you could buy your BMT miners, they would mine electricity for you, and therefore you wouldn't need to play the birdie game so much. Therefore, you wouldn't need to, like me, go and buy electricity so much and stuff like that, because you had your BMT miners. Obviously, you guys know I bought some BMT miners. You saw my electricity a minute ago, that we're at 58,627, and you kind of think, well, that's actually getting some decent numbers. You kind of think that's getting into some decent numbers, and how much longer have you got to wait? If you're earning that much, how much longer have you got to wait for withdrawals? Now, that is a really interesting point. And going back to that post I just showed you about it saying that the electricity is going to go up. Right, well, I'll show you how much this electricity is going up. 2 days ago, I went into the bank. And I looked at withdrawals. Yeah. And I was looking, because obviously Dogecoin is the one I'm earning the most of, which I earn about 69 a day or something like that I earn now. I thought I'll look at Doge, right? And the amount of coins I've got in there at the moment, it was quite high on the electricity. So what I thought was, well, as I've got around about 50,000, or I've got nearly 60,000, what I'm going to look at is what I could get, how many coins I could get for 100,000 electricity. And because I thought that's an attainable number in a relatively short time with my BMT miners. So I thought that as a target. So that number was 80. So 80 Doge, right? And that was going to cost me 2 days ago 100,000 electricity. Now, do not forget that number. 100,000 electricity for 80 Doge. Now, what does 80 Doge equate to? 80 Doge equates to $4.76. So not even $5. But if I could get that out on a regular basis, I would actually be quite happy with that. And obviously, with my BMT miners, I think that earning 100,000 electricity is not that crazy, to get basically $5 every month or whatever. We take out less than that from other programs. Anyway, since that last post I showed you saying that the electricity will go up, things have changed quite a lot. Remember, 100,000 electricity, this cost me 2 days ago. Let's scroll down. 500,000 electricity. Yeah, that is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. When you look at a post and it says here, there will be the game will no longer have major energy surges. Well, what is that? If that is not a major energy surge, then I don't know what is. That is just absolutely crazy. To go from 2 days ago, that costing me 100,000 to now 500,000. Let's have a look what my Doge would be if I put everything in there. What's the electricity? 3,719,913. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And this is what I'm saying, is that basically Bitcoin Mania is a scam. And many people, some people will say, well, that was obvious, or whatever. But the thing is like I say, thankfully, that basically on pretty much most of my Bitcoin Mania videos, if we look here, I put do not invest, do not invest, do not invest. Pretty much on every single one of my thumbnails, I put do not invest. And thankfully, you guys out there that joined through my referral didn't. Most of you, 99% of you, did not invest. And I am so thankful for that. Because the worst thing, the worst crime that this site does, it's not that it takes your money. Although, obviously, that is not good. It's not nice. But it's not that it takes your money. Because if you lost $10, like I put in $11 to buy my BMT miners, but I didn't mind because that $11 actually came from the site anyway. It was money that I had earned through the site. So I didn't mind doing that. So I didn't really lose anything. But for those of you that put $10 in there, put $20 in there, $50, $100, even though it is horrible and it feels like absolute crap when it happens to you, somewhere, it might be months down the line, it could be years down the line, but you will get that $10, $20, $100 back. You will get that back in your pocket at some point down the line, whether it's through other sites or something. That money will come back to you. It will. But why this site for me is the worst is because it's not, it robs you of your money, that it's robbed you of your time. And the thing is time is something that we can never get back. So all the hours that you've put into this, playing the birdie game, logging in, just collecting your coins every 24 hours, all those minutes and hours, and that is what this site is more guilty of, is robbing you of your time. And that is why I am no longer having anything to do with this site. I am just walking away from it because I'm not wasting my time, because every time they move the goalpost. You know, every time people start getting close to withdrawing, they come up with some other way of delaying us. So, like I say, as far as I am concerned, this is a scam. Nobody should be using it, you know, because it is just a waste of time. So, I am going to leave that there. I hope you found that helpful and informative. If you can, smash that like button. Give us a big thumbs up, please. It really does support my channel, which then helps me make more content to help you. So take care. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.